I mean, this is monkey see, monkey do, right? So Lyft, little David Risher monkey, he sees what the little monkey Daryl Khosrowshahi does, and he copies it. And he thinks, oh, because we copy it, it must be good. No, the problem is, my friends, is that they don't listen to the people that test the platform, the drivers. The drivers are actually doing the practical work on the road as it plays out, picking up individuals, good areas, bad areas, super bad, dangerous areas, right? And they're not using that feedback. But they think, oh, you know what? We'll have a little think tank today. We'll smoke a joint over there in San Francisco headquarters, and then we'll come up. We'll dream up something new. Or we will just copy what Uber did. Or we'll copy what Lyft did. So Lyft follows in Uber's footsteps with a rider verification program. My channel, other channels, you've heard clearly from those YouTubers and other influencers out there that the Uber verification tool, that verified sign, that little blue sign that they came out with, means jack shit nothing. Why? Because they are running and conducting tests against databases, not actually like government criminal databases where you can actually, run a proper check like they're doing on the driver, or let's do a 50-state check on the driver and see what criminal shit comes up. No. They're not doing that for the rider. No. They're running it against a third-party database. And most of the time, the criminal activity, the shenanigans, all of that dirt on an individual doesn't even show up. And then they make it even easier, right? If the person doesn't want to upload his or her, important info, it's okay. You can still stay on the platform, by the way. You're just not going to get that tiny, tiny little blue sign, right? Now on Twitter the other day, or X, I had to pay for that verification, right? It's like a little verification. I'll check everything out about you. I don't know what tests they conduct. Costs $168. And a lot of money, and you verified. But like Lyft here, seriously, you did not learn from Uber's failure. You did not listen. David Risher did not listen to the drivers. And instead they were sort of like, okay, we'll copy this, and we'll run our own little experiment here. Nothing that you guys have done at Uber, at Lyft, have brought carjackings down, have brought sexual assaults or sexual abuse down. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. They have this little in-app 911 feature. Hi, how can I help you? Right? And that, how are you going to call these people when you have a gun against your head or a knife on your throat? Like, hi, how can I help you? Oh, we'll be there in the next 30 to 40 minutes while you bleed out. It's a joke. It's a joke. So in an effort to improve its security measures, Lyft announced Tuesday a new rider verification pilot program to help drivers verify riders' identities and ensure that they are indeed who they say they are. You better be who you are, right? Otherwise, you're not going to get that little blue sign next to your name. Starting today, Lyft's new program is rolling out to 9 markets. So they're tested in a couple of markets. Now, Uber's already rolled this out in hundreds of markets. Because you know who wants it? The investors. The investors like, hey, damn, we're in the news every day. Killings, murders, carjackings. You got to do something about it. Oh, we come up with this wonderful idea, this little verification sign thing. Investors, wake up. What Uber, what Lyft, what the programmers over there are doing, the guys that are making $200,000 a year, does not work in the real world. Start listening to drivers. Start studying and doing some research on Facebook, Reddit, and all these outlets, right? When people give you suggestions, free suggestions, listen, right? That's when the little monkey, can follow. Oh yeah, what I read there on Little Monkey, what you read on Reddit or Facebook. Take that, Mr. Programmer, back to your headquarters and implement that. But dreaming up and concocting your own bullshit here ain't working. Uber showed you that it doesn't work, but we'll copy it. We'll copy it. So, starting today, by the way, thank you TechCrunch, great article. Starting today, Lyft's new program is rolling out to 9 states, including Atlanta, Chicago, Denver, Detroit, Houston, Jacksonville, Miami, Phoenix, and Seattle. The company declined to say when it would be launching in more cities. Riders will now see a verification badge next to their profile, indicating that Lyft confirmed they're using their legal name. Oh, starting with their legal name. That's a big one, right? Because usually you could get all those crazy names on the platform, Ghetto Boy and OC Slut. And I mean, is that going to end now? Hopefully that's a step in the right direction. Hopefully, to ensure riders who are who they claim to be. Lyft issues third-party, here we go, here's the problem. Lyft uses third-party databases to cross-check personal information, such as a rider's legal name and phone number, a company spokesman explained to TechCrunch. However, they didn't say which third-party databases they use. They don't even tell you. It's not a criminal database, because the bad guys are still on the platform, the bad guys are still buying the prepaid cards. If the name on the rider's profile is not their legal name, riders are prompted to enter it before another verification process starts. If their details can't be confirmed, they may need to upload official government identification, such as a driver's license, state ID, or passport. If a rider does not have any of these documents, right? So haven't got the first part, haven't got this part here, they can contact Lyft support and provide an alternative. What alternative? What alternative are you gonna, I have an alien passport? So it's what these screens look like, right? And then afterwards you get this little verification. And I think Twitter sort of started that. Additionally, when a passenger wants to request a ride for someone else, they can use the change rider option while requesting the trip. Oh my God, that is dangerous. Additionally, when a passenger wants to request a ride for someone else, they can use the change the rider option while requesting the trip. Any guest passengers must have a Lyft account with a verification badge. Okay, that I think is actually a step above Uber right there. I think that's a pretty decent one. But again, it's so easy to get your verification badge, right? However, drivers can still choose, why? Because they're checking against third-party databases, and they won't tell you what databases and where they come from. However, drivers can still choose to accept rides without badges. That's on you, driver. If you decide to take that person who doesn't have a badge, that's on you. Lyft warns on its website that riders without them may experience longer ETAs and pickup times. Okay, so if you don't have the little verification thing, you might wait longer than the other guy who has it. Weird. And who dreams this shit up? Lyft's new program follows the launch of Uber's initiative, which clearly didn't work, earlier this year, which functions the same way. Like Lyft, Uber cross-references personal information and displays a blue check mark on the profiles of verified riders, currently available in 15 cities, including Atlanta, Chicago, Detroit, and Miami. Pretty dangerous cities, those. Now, sort of looks like this here. Join Lyft's trusted community. Let's start with your name. And boom, there you are. You're verified. Easy. Rideshare drivers are always at risk when accepting riders. However, in high crime or denser cities like Detroit and Chicago, the risks may even be higher. Many Uber and Lyft drivers are carjacked, robbed, and killed every year. For instance, a Chicago driver suffered a gunshot wound to the chest during an attempted carjacking in January. Less extreme examples of strangers flagging down drivers in the hopes of getting a free ride. Sexual assaults are another huge problem, which has led to multiple ride-sharing startups emerging in recent years. In 2022, former Lyft driver Gillian Anderson co-founded a female-friendly app called Her Ride to help keep female passengers and drivers safe. Lyft launched Women Connect feature last year, letting women and non-binary drivers prioritize matches with women and non-binary riders. Uber also has a woman rider preference feature. It's always important that both driver and passenger verify profile pictures and names. Good luck, they still haven't done that, right? I did this video 2 days ago of a profile with like somebody from the rainforest, like a tribesman, right? With a bone stuck through his nose. That ain't a real person. That's a person who lives in the Amazon. So it's always important that both driver and passengers verify profile pictures and names before getting into the vehicle. Riders should first check the license plate and the car model. That is a good place to start. Every rider, before you get in that car, look at that number plate. Does that number plate match your phone? Does that car, right? If it says that a blue Honda Civic is going to show up and a red Toyota Corolla shows up, red flag, doo-doo, doo-doo, right? Could be danger. Could be carjacked. In addition to rider verification, there have been numerous instances when Lyft has taken a page from Uber's playbook, which is its biggest rival with 156 million monthly active platform consumers. Lyft, meanwhile, reports 27.3 million active riders. More recently, Lyft announced pet-friendly rides on Monday, a feature Uber has had for 5 years. Lyft now charges an additional $4 for pets, whereas Uber charges $3 to $5. So what the one little monkey does, the other little monkey copies. But I'm sorry to say, Lyft, you are copying an unsuccessful formula. Come up with something robust. Come up with something where you have drivers at the tables, programmers at the tables, people from security, people from online security, people from cyber security. Bring all the experts together and come up with something genius. Not this BS copycat nonsense. Your compliments, please.